My Web Wars is an all-new segment here on Daybreak where we talk about all the things that have broken the internet, some of the stories. We cannot talk about all of them because there's a lot that is happening on social media. Welcome to the third episode, Web Wars 3. And we're failing upwards, guys, because we've gotten a live segment. I have two guests with me here who have been with me in the last episode and the first episode as well, Brian Bunde and Mumbi Mutoko, digital journalist and digital strategist. Both of them are with me here in studio to discuss some of the stories that have have caused a bit of a buzz on social media. Let's go straight into it. The first story is Facebook. Let's start with Facebook, guys, because a lot of people are on Facebook. It's in fact the biggest social media platform. Now, Facebook was shocked this week after a user who goes by the name Timon Maxwell shared a horrific story of how he lost his baby. And in the lengthy post, which has nearly 60,000 reactions and shares as of this morning, Timon explains how his in-laws ganged up against him after the death of his wife to steal his 7-month-old baby, Tamara. His wife passed on after birth health complications and liver failure, leaving him with a 4-month-old baby. Timon in the post says that he was arrested and taken to a police station in Kayole, and his baby was eventually taken away after being threatened at gunpoint by people who he alleges were police. Now, this story has elicited a lot of reactions on Facebook and also Twitter. In fact, last night it was the #1 trending topic on Twitter, #Justice for Baby Tamara. And social media users are now calling on law enforcement and relevant authorities to deliver justice to baby Tamara and reunite her with the father. So this is a story that you will see. It hasn't ended because the DCI has also asked team to raise an official complaint so they can go on. Let's start with the lady, Mumbi Mutoko.
So my whole take on this is that first of all, in-laws do these things. It's not new, especially when you're a guy. They'll take the child away from you. They'll be like, hey, you're a man, you're young, maybe you're not ready for this kind of responsibility. The mama is not there, so probably it's for the best if we have the child. But looking at Timon's story, the issues he raised and the allegations about some of the family members asking for donations from white people and that kind of a thing, that just creates a whole new dynamic to this. And if he's ready to take the responsibility, I don't think there's any reason why the in-laws should be interfering with his business.
Okay, and we have to say we cannot independently confirm the authenticity of this story, but it has elicited a lot of reactions. Yeah. 60,000 shares, 60,000 reactions is not a small thing. Bunde?
We are at a time whereby people are actually scared of approaching police because they are definitely scared in terms of they don't know what will happen to them. People have disappeared in the past. So this guy, Timon, has reached a point whereby he feels that if he uses the power of social media and gets guys together and actually they come together and assist him, they can actually get progress in him getting back his baby. So I really hope that he's able to get back his baby.
Yes, and this has been happening. It's not the first time we've seen a case of babies getting lost, people sharing pictures of their babies who have gotten lost. And now this brings in the power of social media in terms of people fear that when they go to the police and this story is not out there, it might something might happen to them.
I'd actually say that, especially with us young people, we just don't trust the police.
Yeah.
We do not trust the police in whatever. I'll speak for myself. I do trust them. I do feel okay. Yeah, I can. But that relationship, I have to squint. To look at you a little bit better. I need to.
You have to be very careful.
I have to size you up before you report something. So.
The amount of fear that police actually need on social media is mad.
Okay, let's move on to the next story. Now, this story has broken the web everywhere in Africa, Nigeria, South Africa, everywhere. Now, a pastor from South Africa has sent shockwaves across social media after pulling a stunt, well-orchestrated miracle where he claims to have raised a dead man. A video of Alleluia Ministries Pastor Alf Lukau claiming to bring a dead man back to life in front of a crowd of people in Johannesburg has gone viral across social media and shocked many. Here it is. In case you haven't watched it, here is Pastor Alf Lukau claiming to raise a dead person.
Hello, Elliot. Elliot. Elliot.
Jesus.
Lift your hands. Lift your hands.
Man of is commanding life.
Rise up! Come on! Come on! Hey!
Guys, Zinzi, if you're watching, see your people. Guys, this thing has gone viral. It's ridiculous, Bunde.
So I read an article yesterday whereby guys from South African media actually went to this guy's workplace, and they discovered that this guy has not shown up to work from February 7th. And his boss is like, I may fire this guy because he's not showing up. And guys investigated and discovered that he was actually paid 1.5 million rands to do that acting. And guys actually went back to previous videos by this pastor, Pastor Lukau, and they actually discovered that this guy was actually a cameraman for other miracles that were happening. But did you also notice that before he was touched,
there was a bit of movement on his mouth, right? Before I come to you, Mumbi, let's see. There's another pastor now from South Africa after this video of Pastor Al surfaced, and it caused a buzz on social media. Now, this pastor who had previously claimed to have gone to heaven, taken a selfie with God. Now, guys, I'm not making this stuff up. This pastor actually said he went to heaven and took a selfie with God, and he was charging 5,000 rands for people to see that. Now, the church where the said resurrection happened, this guy went and started praying for this fake pastor, calling the other fake. Just watch. His name is Pastor Mboro. This is
God, on behalf of all the pastors, all the men of God, all the fakes, forgive us. That Prophet Mboro has been doing, then let us show you how to do the proper miracle. God is the one who heals, not for any man's glory. This was business. Muruti, I don't know if you let Muruti say. This is really a shame. I'm not here to fight anyone. I'm here to get answers from my fellow brother in the Lord. If medias are taking the pastor for wrong reasons, I'm ready to stand with the pastor.
Okay, guys. Now the answers we need right now, I don't know.
First of all, I'll just say this is so crazy because he's trying. He's mad. He's actually angry because he's been, you know, the Pastor Alf Alimouchine. You know, it's a matter of I'm all in my feelings. Why didn't I think about this, man?
Why do you social media that I didn't use social media?
He's so angry. He's in his feelings.
It's just a case of a one-con pastor out-conning another con pastor.
Yes, and actually he's so angry because Pastor Alf's performance was Oscar-worthy. Nobody took notice. So
nobody really noticed.
It is what it is.
Now, guys, that is a story that is breaking social media. A lot of people are confused about these things. But then I will be talking to a pastor here in Nairobi. His name is Pastor Kiremi. He's a former pastor. He's going to be explaining to us some of those issues of life and death and issues of conning and everything. I've also seen there's another story of one of the most popular churches here in Nairobi. Some people are being charged for inspiration. We'll talk about all that, guys. But then, real quick about that. Do you think churches are becoming too commercial, Bunde?
Badly, because how am I paying tithes, I'm paying offerings, and I still have to pay to get inspiration?
My take, they need to start paying taxes. At this point, they're making so much money, we might as well capitalize on that, tax them. Let them pay taxes.
We start taxing them.
Yes, we start taxing them.
Yes.
Give to Kaiser what belongs to Kaiser.
Okay, guys. Now, to the next story. Now, this week, another multi-billion corruption scandal came to the limelight. This time, it involves the construction or the lack thereof of Kimorel Dam in Elgeyo Marakwet. Senator Kipchumba Murkomen was here last night. It was explosive. I don't know if you guys watched News Gang, one of my favorite shows. Now, the DCI in media reports said that one of the companies that was contracted to supply towels in the construction of this dam. Now, people on social media went on a frenzy and they're wondering, what do towels, guys, what do towels have to do with the construction of a dam? Nobody knows.
They don't shower, the construction guys.
Probably. I'm just swimming there. You don't show the anything is possible. Man, this is Kenya.
Nairobi.
Why are you in the best DJ Afro voice? Yes. Nairobi. First, I'll just say this. I'm not even shocked that we're buying towels. We've had so many towel scandals from the NYS to the towels are still here. Looks like the towel business is actually a booming business in this country. So
now, I'm worried, guys, that we're becoming numb to these stories about corruption. Now, there's a lot of money. Somebody made a billboard of all the headlines in the newspapers of the multi-billion scandals that have happened.
It's actually
Are we becoming numb to this? Social media, you know, we're using this for comic relief, and it's really sad.
It's actually a pay bill, so guys are actually crowdfunding to build, okay, not to build, but look for sites where they can actually place the billboards with all the corruption scandals that have happened since Uhuru started. So definitely,
so you're saying guys, you act for an ad agency, so guys are looking for space to put that up?
Yes, because they are saying as little as 10 bob, you can just, guys are actually crowdfunding to get that amount of cash, so as they can look for different sites in Kenya, so that guys can actually see and know that, okay, this number of scandals have happened since Jubilee started. So definitely guys are now becoming outspoken and just calling out the government on what they are doing that's wrong.
I think it's one thing to be outspoken about these issues. It's another thing to actually do what's right. We had the elections just the other day. Everybody was numb. Everybody, it is my person, your person. It is me winning. You forget that when these people steal, when these people take all this money, it's not coming to your pockets. It's not coming to your home. So we made our bed. Lie in it. Okay, there you have it. There's a crowd. As soon as that comes up, we're going to talk about it. That pay bill number where you can crowdfund, and so we can see this thing. Again, the power of social media. So these are the stories. Some of the stories that have made headlines across social media. We have so many, but we can only talk about so few because we have. We don't have time to be here all day. But then on your social media feeds, you can find these guys. Mumbi Butoka is a digital journalist with one of the biggest blogs here in Nairobi, and Brian Bunde as well. Twitter celebrity, I call him. Okay, last, I'm going to give you just a few seconds to say your last word on wrap up on the week's trends.
Definitely, I feel we should have talked about ringtone because that's the most interesting story.
Of that fake post.
Yes, people should stop creating their own stories and making them trend and actually paying other guys. Plus, a story that I think you forgot is DK Kwenye Beat has released a song. Let's try and cleanse
there it is. That is a fake post. Actually, if you believe anything that ringtone said on Instagram, please just don't believe this. This is a fake letter. We won't even give him the grace of trying to give it. There is no way this letter was written. It looks like it was written by a class 2 child.
First of all, there's no such association. That's the whole thing. So he lied. He tried to put it out there. Everybody on Twitter nowadays, everybody breaks news. They want to be the first one. They're putting it out there like it's the true thing. I'd say as much as we're using social media, let's be responsible about it and let's verify information. It's very important because this is embarrassing.
And this is a case of ringtone intentionally lying to people. And also, 86,000 likes. I don't think so. I have seen bigger celebrities get less than that. So that is it for Web Wars. This is the Web Wars 3. Thank you guys for coming through. Some of the stories have made headlines across social media. Some of them just basically originated from social media. That is it for Web Wars. My name is Kimani Mbogwa from Brian Bunde and Mumbi Butoka and us. Koherini.